Hey guys, welcome back. Do you like my new hair? I just had it cut and styled. I haven't curled my hair in forever because I don't really know how to do it by myself. The girl at the salon thought she'd try it out on me and I really like how it came out. It's kind of bombshell, it's different. And I guess we'll see what it looks like when I wash it and straighten it for the first time later on this week. Anyways, today's video is going to be within my drugstore favorite series, but I don't have 5 because there were too many drugstore foundations to pick from. I actually have a top 7. So if you guys want to find out what my favorite drugstore foundations are, just keep watching. So the first one that I'd like to talk with you about today is actually what I'm wearing right now, and it's the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous Foundation. This boasts a natural glow within your skin. It has long wear, but it's also lightweight and very comfortable. I love the way I feel when I'm wearing it because it does feel comfortable. It almost feels like second skin, but glowy, dewy second skin. And by dewy, I don't mean that it's going to feel oily or greasy. It doesn't look like that at all. Instead, it just gives like a natural glow factor. So basically, you're going to end up with a dewy luminous finish. I would highly recommend using a primer beforehand, something like a smoothing primer, just because the foundation is very thin and almost water-like, so it can find its way settling into your laugh lines or wrinkles, any kind of lines in your face. So if you don't want that to happen, I would suggest using a smoothing primer beforehand. There's a good one from Makeup Forever, there's also the Benefit Professional, anything like that. I also suggest powdering very lightly when you finish to set your makeup. You don't want to powder too heavily just because it might take away from the dewy luminous glow, that natural finish, and you don't want to take that off. So just powder very, very lightly and you'll be fine. What I really like about this foundation is that it stays the same color. The exact same color that you purchase in your bottle is how it's going to look on your face. This foundation does not oxidize, so it does not change color once it hits the air and once it hits your skin, which I really like that because sometimes I find with foundations they're a little too dark for me or a little too light once I've applied them to my face. And a good trick for that, I say, is to always have on hand one foundation that's a little bit too dark for your skin shade and one that's a little bit too light. That way, if you ever purchase a foundation online or in store and it does oxidize and change color on your skin, you'll be able to mix in a lighter or darker foundation to kind of counteract that, kind of play scientist and find your perfect match. So I always do that. Another thing I really love about this foundation is that it has a pump. I wish all foundations came with a pump. It just makes it so easy to quickly pump it onto the palm of my hand and buff it out with a brush before working it into my skin. I don't like pouring foundation because it always gives you this goopy gloppy mess. You spill way too much product and you waste money. It's kind of like dollars down the drain. So I think more foundations should come out with pumps. I think it really makes and adds to the product's quality and just the durability of it all. So that's it for the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Luminous Foundation. It actually just came out for the summer, and this retails about $8 or $9. You can find this at your local pharmacy and other beauty retailers. This next foundation, I actually picked it up a while ago. I would say probably like last summer, and it's from Wet n Wild's. This is their Coverall Cream Foundation, and this is exactly what it says. It's definitely a cream foundation. It's creamier in consistency, it's thicker, it gives a nice medium to full coverage, it's buildable, and it wears very, very comfortably. I loved it so much. When I raved about it, my mom went out and picked up a bottle herself. It isn't a pump style, but it is one of those squeezy tube kind, so it's easy to kind of concentrate the amount of product you want to use. Again, it's not one of those pouring out kind of foundations, which I really don't like those kinds. And this is $3. So if you're ever at Rite Aid, definitely take a look at the Wet n Wild display because this foundation has worked wonders for me. It's comfortable, it's a great everyday foundation, but easy to build up to a medium to even high coverage if you want to go out at night. It has a satin to matte finish, which I really like because it gives you that nice, comfortable, natural look. It is, again, a medium to full coverage. It has a very lightweight feel, which is surprising considering that it is such a full coverage and cream foundation, but it's very, very lightweight on the skin. So it gives you that comfortable wear all day long, and it's not cakey at all. This foundation also comes in 7 different shades, and again, it's only $3.99, so it's basically a steal, and you get an entire fluid ounce. The next foundation I have is from Rimmel, and this is their Stay Matte Foundation. This has been out for quite a while, I'd say a couple years now. I only recently started trying it, maybe a handful of months ago. I really like this foundation because, again, it's that moussey consistency, but I will warn you, this foundation does oxidize. I bought it in my shade. This is in the classic beige, but it got really white on my face after I was done applying it. So the way I say to get this one to work well for you and to not oxidize is less is more. Pour or pump out, I guess I would say, squeeze out a little bit onto your hand and work in sections. If you work in smaller sections, it'll look more natural and it won't oxidize as much. I found that the more product you put on, the more it'll oxidize and change in color, which you definitely don't want that. So work in small sections and you'll be fine. The first time I tried this, I squeezed out way too much on my hands and I was like a white ghost. I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. But I know that my shade is either natural or classic beige in most foundations. So the next time I tried it, I did the same thing. I poured it out onto my hand, but I started working in sections, working on my right side, my chin, my nose, forehead, and then my left side. And I saw quite the difference. And there was leftover on my hand, which was fine. I washed it off, but my skin color was natural. So I would definitely highly recommend you guys working in small sections with this foundation, but it is very comfortable, long-lasting wear. One of the things that they really predict with this foundation is shine control, and it's completely true. If you have very dry skin, I would suggest pairing it with a hydrating primer. Laura Geller has a great hydrating primer. Smashbox has a hydrating primer. Anything hydrating, definitely put it on. Even moisturizer before using this foundation, because you dry skin girls, you might not like the finish without that hydrating primer underneath. It does give you that matte finish, so it's a mousse like consistency, and again, blend out in small sections. And I think I said everything I had to say. This foundation is $5, so it won't break the bank. And the great thing is places like Ulta and I think Walgreens, every once in a while they'll have a buy one get one half off, so then you can scoop up two. This next foundation that I'm going to talk about is actually one that has been ranted on more than it's been raved. And I don't know why, because I really do like this product. And it's the L'Oreal Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation. Okay, first off, I will say that I don't like that it comes in the bottle because it's very liquidy, so when you pour it out, it's kind of a mess. Do not, whatever you do not pour this into your makeup brushes because it's so fluid that it will definitely get down to the ferrule of your brushes and it could ruin them. So pour it out onto your hand or use a sponge for application. And again, this is going to be a very light coverage foundation. You can build it up and add extra layers to cover more. This product promises to give you skin perfecting finish, which is great. It does even out my skin tone, but it doesn't conceal under eye circles. So if you're looking for a fuller coverage foundation that's going to cover those under eye circles, this one won't be it, unless of course you pair it with an under eye concealer, and then it works perfectly well. So again, it's a liquid powder foundation, comes out liquid, finishes as a powder on your face. You do need to set it with a finishing powder regardless because it will start to get shiny throughout the day. That's the only con I have found with this. So do set it with a powder and then you will have a gorgeous finish. You don't have to worry about any kind of shine issues. And it's very light coverage, so you can build, or for the girl that just wants to run errands or go to the beach and even out her skin tone, then this is a great light coverage foundation for those kinds of things. So you're getting a pretty good product for about $8 or $9. You're not going to break the bank. It's going to last you for quite a while. It's just like a very fun foundation to me because it comes out liquid. When I'm done applying it to my face, it feels like a soft, silky powder. So that's why it's in my top drugstore foundations. The next foundation is also from L'Oreal, and it is their latest Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I don't know why it took me so long to jump on this train, but I have fallen in love, and this does exactly what it claims. It creates a matte finish. It has a long wear but lightweight feel to the skin, which I really like because it's working those long hours for you, but you don't feel like you're wearing makeup, which don't we all want that feeling? Because I know I do. I hate feeling like I'm wearing tons of makeup, and you don't feel like that with this product, which amazed me right off the bat. It offers 24-hour wear, great for moms, great for people on the go, great for people who have to wear makeup all day long. It's a comfortable wear, and it comes in 12 different shades, and this product retails around $12. This next foundation, I recently stumbled across it. I'm not quite sure how new it is, maybe a few weeks, a few months. Rimmel Lasting 25-Hour with Comfort Serum Foundation. I love how comfortable this feels on my skin. If you saw one of my, I think it was my mermaid get ready with me video, I used this foundation. It's great for oily skin, it's great for combination skin, it works for dry skin. It's just one of those foundations that I feel would work for everybody. And it does have that comfortable lightweight feel to it, but it gives me the most amazing coverage. I don't even need under eye concealer with this one. And I love the Comfort Serum. I think that's what it is that makes me feel so comfortable wearing it because it feels so soft. It does offer that full coverage skin perfecting finish as it claims. So this is a 25-hour long wear foundation that is sweat proof, humidity proof, and transfer proof for up to 25 hours. And it's true. This stuff works. It's really, really good. It's a thick liquid. It's not quite mousse-like, but it's not goopy or gloppy or watery. It's somewhere in the middle. So again, it has that comfortable application, that lightweight feel, and it gives you a very natural look. This one retails for about $8. And then the last foundation, also from L'Oreal. This is their True Match Super Blendable Makeup. This has been around probably for eons, but I had never tried it until recently. And this one is a medium to full coverage foundation. I love the little bottle, even though again I've mentioned not liking bottle foundations because they pour out too quickly. This one's a little bit thicker, so it's easier to kind of get out the amount of product you're going to be using. This buffs so amazingly well, so flawlessly, and airbrushed into the skin with a kabuki flat brush. That's my favorite kind of makeup application brush, a flat top. And again, it's going to give you that medium to full coverage. It blends, it just blends like a dream. I've never found a foundation that blends this comfortably well, especially from the drugstore. It has vitamins A and C in it and grapefruit extract, which are going to give your skin a little bit of nutrition, keep it healthy, glowy. And that's the great thing about makeup nowadays. You're not just putting makeup on your face, you're enriching it with nutrients and vitamins, which I think is a great thing. This will even out your skin tone, of course, and it has a very nice smooth finish. It's a great foundation, and it retails about $6 or $7, so it's not really that expensive. The other reason why I like it is that it's not a matte finish, but it's also not a luminous finish. It's somewhere in the middle, so it kind of gives you that dewy feel, but it also kind of gives you a matte finish. It's somewhere in the middle. So it's like a really comfortable finish, I think, for most skin types that they'll enjoy this product. That's basically my last favorite foundation from the drugstore. So that was my top 7. So to kind of quickly sum up my foundation shade, I am a natural beige in most foundations. I am basically an olive-based neutral with yellow and pink undertones. So when picking out and trying to color match my foundations, I tend to look for which one is the natural beige. Usually if it's a little bit too pink or a little bit too yellow, I try to find what the next shade is right next to it, like maybe under it, because I don't want anything too pink. It's going to make me look pinker, and if it's too yellow, it's going to make me look sallow. So I'm always looking for a neutral color that will complement my olive-based skin tone. And usually it's a natural beige. Sometimes it's a classic beige, sometimes it's a true beige, but basically I'm a natural beige. And I would suggest if you're trying to color match yourself, try to figure out what your undertones are. Do you have yellow undertones? Do you have pink undertones? And are you neutral? Are you warm? Are you cool? Try to get that figured out before. And then when you are color matching, remember, try at the very edge of your chin and blend down into your neck. If it matches your neck, you have a match. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. You guys seem to be enjoying my top 5 bronzer, blush, and what was the other one? I think this is the next one. So it seems like you guys have been liking my top drugstore video series. If you guys want to see another product from the drugstore in a top 5 or a top 7, depending how many favorites I find, just let me know in the comment box. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so I know how much you like these kinds of videos and I can make more. Thanks for subscribing, and I will see you guys in my next video. So if you're looking for a fuller, and it has comfort. Oops, I'm saying the wrong one. I gotta start over. Okay. The next foundation, and the best part about this foundation,